Big drink. I got me three fingers.
3 fingers.
3 fingers.
All right. Well, you and your 3 fingers enjoy the beautiful Friday afternoon weather here in A. It is like perfect. If it could only be like this every day, all year round.
It'd be California.
It maybe we don't want that.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
Anyway, who are
I
you?
like the change. It's the Bo when Nicole and John Colder Ice lost it.
I'm Brent Leary. All righty.
Why is your hat orange?
It's a Rams, one of the original Rams logos. And
Were they orange back then?
they had
I remember.
one year, I think, in the late 40s where they actually had orange or red jerseys, uniforms. But no,
Interesting.
I've got many shades of Rams paraphernalia.
That's that keeps you from having to actually have fashion. So I think that's a good thing.
Anyway, it's just tell you how I support my team.
Like they need support.
Every team needs support.
I don't get it.
If you want to be a winning franchise, that's fine.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Anyway, it is the Good Friday edition of Pass the Mic.
I caught that winning franchise little dig.
The little dig there.
That was a dig.
Yeah,
he was digging on my Falcons, but that's okay. We're gonna come back and toast everybody in August. So
what you mean,
it's
like
all good.
Give somebody a toast, cheers, or something like that? Oh, look, it is our first Hey Coach.
Hey, Melody, what's up? Long time no see. It's been a couple of months.
That's nice. She didn't greet me, so I have nothing to say.
She doesn't know you.
I don't care.
And you weren't her coach. So
that's for sure.
You're not her loving coach.
Oh, loving coach?
I am such a loving coach.
Oh, God, now I'm gonna have to hear people. That's right. Yes.
I am. I know I am. That part.
What is the loving? What's the loving part of being a coach? What is that?
I think you have to be empathetic and understanding.
I think you're partly right. I like the pathetic part.
I didn't say pathetic.
Is that part of what makes a coach a good coach? Being
you know what? To be honest, I have no idea what makes a coach a good coach. I just did what I do when I started, and now 5 years in, I miss you too. I saw your ad and I saw that you were going live this week. I almost showed up and I forgot because
in other words, you weren't that important to him to remember to show up. I'm just going to have to tell it like it is. He basically told you, I would have been there if I had remembered.
I didn't put it on my calendar.
Are you going to buy this?
Look,
Melody?
she said, how are you?
Oh, I'm fine. Thanks for the afterthought. I'm just having fun. It's been a long week. It's been a long year, actually.
It's been a long year. Jeez. Is it almost over?
And to think we're not even out of April. I mean, damn, every week has been a friggin' adventure.
Such a nightmare.
Think about all that is going on and it's gone on. And
I don't want to. I really wish I could just escape from the crazy.
Oh, man, you got a testimonial going on here. He is loving. He goes above and beyond. He floats. When I came to Atlanta, we went to dinner. Did you have to pay? I'm just curious. Or did you go Dutch at least? I don't know.
You're so wrong.
I'm just having fun because
you're so wrong.
That's just me.
Now next time we go out to dinner, you're gonna pay.
Well, I'm up.
You're up.
So I already know that.
So we're going to the steak place. So I can't wait. I gotta call JB. and get that taken care of.
Yeah, he said it was you get a good value, so it's not like it's gonna be crazy.
Oh, see, that's what it is. He's like, oh, he heard the value part. I heard the steak part.
I heard both, but I knew I was up next, so I was really paying attention to the value part too. So
That's too funny. Yo,
hey, Jacob.
Yo,
I like how he's got the peace thing going there.
He's got the peace thing.
Or is that like a T-shirt that looks like?
No, I think he's saying peace.
Okay, all right.
I think he's doing his peace.
Oh, come on! Now you're going above and beyond. He floats now too. He floats. What, like a butterfly? Let me know. Does he sting like a bee too?
I mean, wow.
This is
you're reaching way back.
Well, let's see. Just released album number 24. What? Album
he's doing
24.
He's doing AI music.
Oh, that ain't music. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Jake.
Oh,
you had me up until you said that.
Oh man, AI for the win, bro.
Come on. How many instruments do you play, Jacob? Just curious.
ASDF and JKL semicolon.
What the hell is that? Oh.
He plays
a pretty mean keyboard.
Exactly. He plays the keyboards. Are you kidding me?
I am having way too much fun here.
Way too much fun, Brent. Especially, see, this is what happens when you get a good afternoon nap.
I got my nap in.
So we're appreciative.
What do you expect me to be like ashamed of saying I got a nap in?
No, I think you should get napped. I think you should have warm milk.
Warm milk?
I think you should get all of the treatments that people your age need. So.
Saying AI isn't music is like saying Amazon isn't retail. All right, I beg to differ. When I think of music, I think of like, Prince, Miles Davis, John Coltrane, Stevie Wonder. I don't think anything being done with AI will ever reach those heights.
No, they all use computers.
Yeah, but they all knew how to play instruments and compose songs and write actual lyrics without having AI write them for them.
I guarantee you that is not the new music.
Oh, no. That's what I'm saying. You know what? It's not that I don't think it's music. I just don't think it's in the category of that kind of music.
Okay, here is something crazy. Okay, this is crazy. I always hated the sound of T-Pain. I always felt
like the auto-tune.
Yeah, I felt T-Pain destroyed music, right? Or at least pop music. For a minute there,
for that little brief minute,
right?
Because everybody was doing it. Everybody was trying to replicate that
in the 2010s. Yeah. So last weekend he was on stage at the what's the big music festival?
What, here?
Yeah, just the big one. No, the big one.
Well, I know, but I know he could
sing. One in California.
Yeah, I don't know. He can sing. I know he can sing, right?
But you know what I'm talking about.
Right.
Coachella. He got on main stage Coachella.
Oh, I didn't know he was doing Coachella.
He did Coachella, right?
And he did it with just his voice?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, because he plays the background track is going to be the digital stuff, and then on the front he's singing. But I will tell you, that was one of the most lit sets of the day. It was absolutely, because now most of his stuff is 10 years old. It's kind of Jacinto, and it was really a good performance. I've
heard him do good performance because he actually can sing.
Well, he just got these string of hits that are party jams.
Oh, okay,
you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
They when they play, you're gonna go. And since Jacinto, since you're listening, sir, we have to have some T-Pain at the next event.
Oh yeah,
I don't remember much T-Pain, but I need some of. And we always get the win. I get that, but we need a little bit more because some of that was good.
Yeah,
it was really good.
I like to recognize the fellow DJ, Cinto, being here.
Yeah,
good to see you again.
DJ Cinto in the house.
By the way, let me ask you something, Cinto. Have you ever seen the bold one, the cold one float? Just curious. We have reports that has happened. All right. Yeah. Oh, look, he said, yes, sir. You got it.
All right. Yay. We got a little bit of,
it always
drink.
It always humors me how much respect you get from some of these folks.
That's because I'm respectable.
So it's in the eyes of the beholder. you guys
have to give it to get it.
You guys have thoughts on WAP?
I don't know.
I don't know what the heck that is. Paid out over. Is that $1 billion? $1
billion.
I don't know what WAP is. Can you tell us what that is, Jacob?
Let's look up WAP. It must be a music.
Oh, Jacinto. Oh, he flows always.
Oh, yeah, he does.
He does have to go to the bathroom quite a lot.
I do. I'm very regular.
Oh God! All right. See, I love when your people greet themselves on our show. Like
yes, they know each other.
Yeah,
that's right.
So they're all part of the TP, whatever that thing is.
Yeah. So just for his WAP thing, I just got a notice about WAP. It's like a platform where you can share digital stuff, right? Okay. So you can put your courses up, I'm guessing, things like that. And I looked at it. I signed up. I never finished doing it. I think it's like got a groups and things like that. So it's something I'm definitely was interested in enough to have a sign up. I never finished the.
You might want to look at this.
Yeah.
Testing it up. Average seller is making over $7,000 a month.
Right.
Hey, what was that thing the thing that Bundle and Barb mentioned to us last week? That was another a video sales platform.
The video sales platform. Right. Right. Yeah.
Man, we getting all sorts of good stuff from the audience here.
There you go. There you go. Yes, I have unlocked a lesson on getting started with lessons. That was on April 6th. So I just got started on the WAP.
Wait. Did you just say you had a start on lessons or getting started with lessons?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I see what it is. Somebody has a group out there, and I joined their group. And so in their group, it's a lesson on how to start making lessons. So there you go. So now I see why I got WAP. I got a membership to somebody
you got it. Oh, okay. You were invited by somebody else somewhere.
Yeah. So I'm thinking it's sort of like a what's that other platform that they got out? School. It's sort of like a school group.
Oh wow!
Just another thing around Facebook
that you sign up for that you never use, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
I was looking at I don't know what possessed me to do this, but somehow I wanted to learn what's going on with Blue Sky. See, because quite honestly, I signed up for it. I guess that was last year. I haven't done nothing with it, but it says it's got over or like 35 million users. I know that's not huge in the big scheme,
bro.
But
I sent you that thing with Sam from OpenAI getting his interview at the TED stage.
Oh yeah. That was right. That was an interesting interview, by the way.
Oh, so you did watch it?
I watched some of it because I
watched some of it, right?
That guy, I interviewed that guy on my radio show like 15 years ago. I had forgotten.
That guy is the TED.
Yeah, but before founder. he had just. Well, I don't know. He's the TED founder, but he was
a tech writer.
The editor-in-chief for either Fast Company or Wired.
No, the other one. It was Wired.
It was okay. And that's why I was like, oh, these guys, okay, I'll talk to him.
Yeah.
I didn't know much about TED like 15 years ago.
Well, I don't think TED
was around. I'm pretty sure it was around.
Was it that long ago?
But
it was just getting started.
Yeah. It wasn't as big as it is now.
So I mean, he was out to get Sam Altman.
Yeah, that was an uncomfortable watch.
It was an uncomfortable watch, and I mean,
he was stuttering and stammering because he was trying to get him without looking like he was trying to get him
until the last question.
Yeah, and
then that was like a big reveal because Sam's like, you seem to be pushing this narrative all the way through to get to this question. So
I mean, that last question, he took like 5 minutes to get it out. I mean, it was just Even the audience was like, "What the hell is it?" I mean, you could tell they were like not on that guy's side.
Yeah, it was a little kind of iffy, but I just never seen, because Sam is kind of like I'm not going to say he's chill, but he almost is like
he's pretty chill for the
most. He's pretty chill, but for me, he almost has no personality.
Most of those guys don't.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And so to see him like just get up and he was pissed.
Let me ask you
this.
When you think about like all the tech, they're not tech bros, like the tech pioneers and like that, the folks that have their companies or their product has changed the way we do stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Have any of them had like a really interesting personality? Because when you think of Steve Jobs, he didn't really have an interesting personality. He was just the man. I mean, and when he said things because of what he's done, you gravitated toward it. But and I guess now a lot of these guys wear black T-shirts and shirts
because of him.
And all right. So who started the hoodie? Was that Zuck? Did he start everybody wearing the hoodie?
Zuck started the hoodie. Well, wait a minute. Black people started the hoodie. But yes, white boys wearing hoodies in the tech world.
That's right. That's what I meant. That's what I meant. Yeah, because a brother would never have been able to do that on a stage of that level without getting some sort of criticism.
At the time, he couldn't do it at that level either. But nobody could say anything to him because you know what I'm saying? Because literally he was just a young
based out of
college. Right. And nobody was taking him seriously, and he was just wearing what he wear, and then it turned into same with Jobs too. I mean, he literally is like, I do this so I don't have to think about what I'm wearing every day. He's like, he said that was a brain cycle that he could be doing other things with. And so he put that away. He's like, if everything in my closet's the same, then that's what I'm going to have on.
But he got that from somebody else. There was somebody else that said that same thing. It wasn't about hoodies. It was about, I have like, who was that? They said, I've got 10 of the same thing and I don't. Oh, it was Albert Einstein. He was like,
really?
Something like that. Because he was like, I don't have to waste any time or effort thinking about what I wear. So I just get the same thing and wear it all the time.
Okay.
All right. Cinto says, Coach John, what are your thoughts on the baby celebrity reels trend on the socials?
They're creepy.
The baby celebrity reels.
Yeah, they have these things where they show you all these different babies or celebrities as babies.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Have you seen that? Yeah. Isn't it creepy?
I just get tired of a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, somewhat. It's like the thing. It's almost like for me, it's like with so much amazing technology, the fact that making a GI Joe out of yourself and little babies is what people are gravitating towards. It's like
that's why I kind of posed that question earlier on the other show. It's like, this is what we're gonna do with this stuff. This is exactly what we're gonna do with this stuff. But the thing that irritates me the most is when they do that and they try to pass it off like it's legit stuff. Like that one with that was really irritating.
Which one?
The one where Prince, somebody said, "Oh, we found a footage from a Prince. I think it was the Dirty Mind shoot."
Really?
And then you see it, and you can see like,
oh, I don't like that.
You could see you had to look close because some people were like, "Oh my God, what a find!" All that kind of. And I'm looking at this thing. I'm like, all right, he's wearing a jacket, and before he zoomed in, he had like a wide view, and you can see most of his body. He's wearing his jacket, and this jacket has these buttons on it. But when you zoomed all the way in, like they did,
they don't say anything.
All of a sudden, there's no damn buttons on this.
Oh, there's no buttons. The buttons have disappeared.
No. Yeah, so no, he tried to pass this sucker off like, oh my God, it was found. It was a video shoot from the 80s. I'm like, come on, man. And you can see like him like moving. I mean, this stuff is getting kind of realistic, but there's usually
well, it's the worst. It's the worst that it's ever going to be. So it's only going to get more.
Which is why I'm irritated by that, because let people know this stuff is fake. That's okay.
Here's the one that's driving me a little bit. Okay, it's one thing for you to do fake headshots. Okay. Yeah. It's another thing to do fake headshots and you're 20 pounds lighter and 10 years younger.
Oh, we know who does that.
That really kind of bugged me. That one, literally.
You know what?
Like, really? That's
what bugs me about that? People want to be taught to do that. That's what really bugs
me. Yeah.
We know what you look like.
But a lot of people don't, and that you're putting that into the world. It is the exact same thing that people do when they catfish. So people are like catfishing their professional, headshots now.
They've upped their catfishing.
So weird. Yeah, the catfishing game has gone into LinkedIn. It's like
that's why I'm wondering. I know this stuff can be used to do really good stuff, really intriguing stuff, but it just seems like what we get deluged with is stuff like this.
Yeah, I mean, at least keep it in the same decade, or at least
these people they don't. I so want to say a name, but I can't do it.
What?
When who I'm talking about, who think about it. Who have I said, why are they putting these images out of themselves? And we know you're about 50 pounds heavier and 20 pounds older.
50.
Oh,
damn, bro.
I'm just saying I might be exaggerating a little bit on that.
Damn, bro. Come on, man.
I might be exaggerating just a little bit on that.
Just a little bit. Yeah.
But still, and then they're teaching people, I just don't get it. You are what you are. You look like what you look like. I think people to be surprised when they see you in public, like in real world, like
right. Yeah, they see you and you're on it and be like, oh, you've aged pretty bad. And it's like, no, I'm already this age. Yeah. I had a dream. And in this dream, I peeked into the window, not the window, but like there was this room, and I was looking for a friend of mine in the room. Yeah, was, in the dream, right? And everybody's like, "What? Can I help you, Grandpa?" I was like, "God damn,
damn, can I help you, Grandpa?"
I'm so glad to wake up from that dream. I was like, "Wow, damn,
that's pretty rough."
It's pretty rough out in these streets, bro.
I think that qualifies as a nightmare, not just a dream, if you ask me.
But I don't know. I don't know, what does that say about? I don't know. It says something to me about character when your characterization of yourself is so far removed from what you really look like. It's just weird.
Why do you want it to? I mean, we're not talking about people that are kids. We're not talking about, like the young influencer. We're talking about people our age group doing this stuff.
Yeah, that's weird.
I don't get it.
It's weird.
But they're getting into it. It's just getting, and that's why I question how people are taking this AI stuff. People are not taking this AI stuff serious enough. I don't think.
Oh, you don't think?
I don't think so. Do you? I mean, after just think about what we talked about the last 5 minutes. Better catfishing opportunities. People making baby videos of themselves. I mean,
G.I. Joes.
Oh my God, G.I.
Look at my Barbie. I got Barbie in me on that.
Yeah, I saw you.
But here's the thing. I'm leaning.
Eyes.
No, but I'm leaning into it.
You are leaning all the way into it.
You know what I'm saying?
Like I lean into it, but just in a different way. And I'm not saying my way is better. I'm just saying it's different. But I think more people are they getting intoxicated by how they are able to shape what they look and sound like with AI?
They're going to. And this has been prophesied in all of the Hollywood movies from years ago. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying this is
what book. Which book of the Bible is that coming from?
No, not that Bible prophecy. But I mean, I think we're heading to Total Recall, where people are going to pay, people are going to implant memories. Yeah, I think it's about to
implant memories.
And that's what that was all about.
I remember Total Recall. That was,
and you just think about it. I can see that kind of becoming a thing. You know, I put on those. I went to the Egypt thing that they had, which was a 3D immersive experience. I didn't do the Egypt one. We did something else. But you put on the headset and you walk through. You walk around.
The exhibit in Atlanta.
Yeah. I think it just wrapped. And I don't know. It was impressive, but also it was very corny.
That's because if you've had the honor or the ability to actually go to Egypt.
No, that's not.
You realize just how corny some of this stuff is.
But it felt like I was walking through a video game. I mean, it was like Grand Theft Auto.
That would be kind of cool, though. Even on that kind of stuff would be cool.
Okay, you know what? I think it would be cool if you present it as a game versus, hey, you're going to go visit Egypt.
It's just like real life.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the problem. Even when it comes to, these images that people are creating. Okay, the babies, I think is a little bit better because we're leaning into it. We know that's not the real baby.
Exactly.
So
and don't even try to pass it off as the real baby.
Right. If you tried to pass those off as the real baby,
it makes it even worse.
That would be, that's when we cross the line from, fun and fiction to you're just fake. And that's what my problem is with some of that. The fakeness of it all.
And I think we're only at the beginning of that.
Yes, we are, bro.
Which is why I'm irritated. Well, I should say it's one of the reasons why I'm irritated.
I was about to say you need to be something else because you kind of stay irritated in general.
I cannot lie.
You are a grumpy old man.
I think I was a grumpy young man.
You were a grumpy young man too. Matter of fact, I used to think he was acting like a grumpy old man back, 20 years ago. Now he is a grumpy old man.
I was just getting ready. I don't know. Let's get so Jacinto, Melody, Jacob. What are your thoughts on all this stuff? Are you? I know Jacob, you're using AI for music, but that's fine. I was only playing around to a certain extent with all that stuff. But when you see all this, the videos with you looking like a baby, and there's one like all the celebrity, I think they like one with all the Prince people were all babies and stuff, and I don't know. When you think about AI, do you think people are getting too fixated on things that they can do that really don't make any sense from a business perspective? And
everybody doesn't have a business.
But they don't have to have a business to have a business perspective. Like it could be for your career in a corporate, It just feels like people are so wrapped up on this cutesy stuff.
Well, here's the funny thing is that businesses are doing it and you don't even know it. So,
give me an example of something like that.
I just saw a KFC commercial, and I could tell it was AI generated.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like the whole commercial, it kept doing stuff, and I'm like, that's AI.
And so were they trying to pass it off, or did?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, all right.
They were trying to pass it off as a real commercial, and I'm like, these images are generated by AI and added movement. So I think we're going to see more and more of that, to the point where you won't. Well, actually, you will. You'll be able to tell, because I think basically what we've had happen with written text, to the point where we're able to tell. I think we're going to get to that point as well with movie, and the same thing with special effects. I mean, the first time we saw Star Wars, it was like, ooh, wow.
Blew our little minds back then.
Yeah, right. And now we're like, it's special effects. We get it. It's not like you're sitting there going like, that looks so real. It's like, yeah, we know. So you get used to the illusion. And so I don't know.
You know what? I would say it feels like, going off of the Star Wars example, it just, not only were there the special effects, but maybe because we enjoyed the special effects so much, we bought into the story. And when you think about it, the story is as old as the freaking hills. It's like a little, matter of fact, I think Star Wars is actually based off some Shakespeare play or something like that.
Right. The antagonist and the
but they just added some fur with Chewbacca, some metal with R2D2 and the C3PO, and some really cool lightsabers, and James Earl Jones's voice. And it was like you said, it just leaped out at us. What was the last time you were really blown away like that from like the special effects of today?
Special effects.
Yeah. Like just like, oh my, you know what? I can tell you exactly the last time I was like, oh shit. I think it was Avatar. That the first when Avatar came out.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That caught a lot of people's attention, and it caught my attention.
That was pretty cool.
But you know what? It had been like 20 years. 20. Yeah. Wasn't that like in the 90s too? Toy Story.
Toy Story was in the 90s.
Avatar was like
big. That was in the 2000s,
early 2000s.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was. I'm trying to think since, and I liked Avatar, but it was okay. I wasn't a big fan.
No, I only liked the special effects. Once again,
the
story
wasn't
old as the hills.
Gosh, that's a good question.
The other time it really, I think special effects really made its official entry was Stanley Kubrick 2001: A Space Odyssey. That was what, 68? People are blown away by that. Now, if you watch it now, it's like, oh my God, it's like watching Charlie Chaplin. It's like, we know he ain't doing all that stuff because we can see it now. 1968, 2001 came out, people were losing their minds. And then Star Wars, little kids started losing their minds over that. And I would say, Avatar, I mean, you can almost count the real moments when something changed.
I think for me, it would probably be a scary movie more vibe, something in the horror genre. And I can't remember exactly which one. I was like, that's gross.
You know what? I remember the first one that got me.
What's that one?
Once again, I was a little kid, and I had.
Yeah, come on.
No, I'm serious. My brothers and my
sister. We don't remember other little black and white movies. Yeah,
my sister is 9 years old. My brother was 7 years old. So I saw a lot of stuff when I was really little that I probably shouldn't have seen because they were. But the one where the girl was possessed.
Oh, Exorcist.
The Exorcist scared the hell out of me.
No, I think that scared a lot of people.
I mean, that was, and then Jaws
Jaws was so awesome.
Jaws was that.
But you know what? Here's the thing about Jaws. That the suspension, the music was even more impressive.
The music was. Because as soon as you heard that, I'm like, oh shit. And you were just on edge because you knew somebody's going to get
you knew somebody's about to get eaten. That was crazy. But I'm thinking no. Recently, though,
yeah,
recently I can't remember what movie it was, but I was like, this is so gory that it looked real. So I can't remember what it was, but that's probably the last one, and it's been within the last 5 years, and I don't remember which one.
I remember like Iron Man got my attention, the first one.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of those
Marvel
were pretty
comics.
good.
Yeah,
a lot of the Marvels were pretty good. I thought I really enjoyed watching. I always enjoyed Thor movies.
yeah, I like those Thor movies.
Yeah, me too. Even the bad one, the last one everybody hated. I even liked that one.
Yeah,
I always liked that.
I can't go with you on that one.
I did. I still liked it. I don't care. Those are one of my favorite.
I think I liked all 3 Iron Mans. Those were good.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you one that I don't think has aged as well as I would have liked it to. What was the one with the Wakanda, the Black Panther?
Don't. How are you going to talk about Black?
I think the first one was pretty interesting. The second
the second one, I won't even watch again. They're like Black Panther 3. I'm like, well, y'all need to get me to even leave the house at this point. I was definitely disappointed in.
2 was so. The first one was so refreshing.
It was so different.
Different.
But I think it was more about the story. For me,
it was the cultural aspect.
It was the cultural aspect. You know, once you've tapped into that, now you need a good story. And they came back with the stupidest Aquaman wannabe. Let's bring in Mexicans. It was just I don't know. I'm not going to say anything bad, but I just thought it was dumb. You know, it was dumb.
So has there been like an AI generated movie?
It was not Mexicans. Let me just clear that up.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say a thing about that. My name is Bennett.
You know, Indians were Mexicans.
I think you should just stop while you're behind. So, all right.
But it's canceled. I'm about to get canceled.
You about to get canceled.
Oh my god.
But has there been like an AI movie yet? Like AI generated movie that we can point to as changing things? I haven't seen.
No, but I saw a good music video a while back. And the first time I saw a fully generated music video with AI, I thought it was really cool.
Oh, okay.
It was just 5 second, a lot of motion, and somebody made this video, not from a group you would know or a song you would know. But I was like, okay, that gives you the perspective of what it's going to be like. Since then, I haven't seen anything that was extremely impressive because, you know, long format cost a lot of money.
Yeah. You know what I've seen a lot of are on YouTube. These, you can tell it's all AI generated mini documentaries. There are a ton of those out there. And they're able to use, I guess, like either their images that they created or are somehow in the public domain. And they're and you can hear it's that same voice. Like somebody called it the AI Morgan Freeman.
Okay, yeah.
The AI Morgan Freeman voice.
And they got a little bit of motion, but they use the Ken Burns effect a lot.
Kind of, yeah, because it's
kind of like
documents, documentary kind of style. Yeah. There are a ton of those out there already.
A ton. Matter of fact, there's actually a tool that you can use at this point where you generate it by one line.
Really?
And it'll write the whole script and then find or generate the images and put it together. Yeah.
So that takes me right back to what Jacob was saying about the AI music. I just don't believe
there's a whole lot of not a whole lot. Here's the thing, you're not editing the music, you're starting from a prompt and then so it's like what's the human part? Where's the human in the loop? That's I think going to be the most important part going forward. I think everything's going to be AI generated, but there's going to be this human in the loop part that adds another layer that is going to make it very unique. So somebody can't just walk up to any old terminal and type in a prompt and get the same style vibe, and we're waiting on that.
That's what I would have loved to have seen. What Prince would have done with AI, because we
Prince
know
he was too old.
I'm not sure.
I think he would have been so anti-AI.
I think originally he might have been, because there'd be so many people
originally
trying to rip him off, or he thinks that they would rip him off. But I think just like he learned, he was the master of the Linn drum.
Yes, he was.
Go
ahead.
No, I was going to say, so I think somebody like him, who already had trained himself to play different instruments, write music, put it together, produce it.
Gonna shatter his dreams, y'all.
And just like he had already learned about 20 instruments before the Linn drum.
Yes.
He incorporated that into the knowledge and experience he already had.
Right.
He didn't rely on it completely to say, "Oh, I don't need to know that stuff I learned before. I'll just use this." I think he might have found a way to find the right way for him to use it to extend what he was doing, previously.
I'm going to give you 6 words.
All right.
Cat, we need you to rap.
Actually, that was 1988.
I don't care. I've been listening to every album he's done.
Sexy MF.
Okay, I'll give you that. Sexy MF. But
he did a good job with that.
That's not a total rap track.
Well,
it's like he's singing rap. But I'm telling you, every track that has rap on it, except one. I found one good one. But every other track, it was just like the rap part. If you just take it out, I don't need any of it. He never was able to really get a good rap track.
I don't think, and I guess I'll go back to what I said. I don't think he would not take the experiences and the expertise of all he had done, and just because rap was the thing, all right, I'm just going to do a rap album or a rap song. I think he always tried to incorporate it into what he did, and that's
but it did it so poorly.
I don't think it was his best stuff. Of course not,
dude. Literally, oh my god, what's his name? What's the rapper guy's name?
Tony. Oh my god.
Okay, is there ever a song where Tony comes on and you're like, hey, that's pretty dope? No,
I never liked Tony. So.
But Prince wrote it all.
Yeah, but the way Tony delivered it was
that was true.
Now, what I did like, but
he let him stay in the group for like 3 albums.
He was a good dancer.
Yeah, I guess.
But you know what? The one really good collab, and it wasn't an album collab; it was a live audience, a live concert, when he brought Kendrick Lamar up.
Yeah.
And they did the What's My Name collaborate. And that was lit. That was really nice.
Yeah, but that's Kendrick. And that's Kendrick going off the top of his head. Prince didn't write that.
No, of course not. He did his little rap and it fit in. But I'm just saying, I don't think he would have ever been a full-blown rapper. That's not him. Yeah. But he incorporated some elements. Some of it didn't work.
I never liked any of his.
You know what? I'll tell you one that I did like, and it was of half rap, half like singing. It was in the Camille voice. Rock Hard in a Funky Place is one of the funkiest things I've heard ever.
Okay, Rock Hard. Which album is that on?
It was on the Black Album.
Black Album. I'm trying to think if that was the one I was just listening to. It must have been.
Oh, that song must have been. Awesome.
I do like that, and I'm like, this is the one song that he actually nailed it. Yes, I agree. And I was just listening to that like this week. So I was listening, but you know what? Because the New Power Generation album.
Yeah.
Right?
New Power Soul or New Power?
It was like called New Power Generation.
Okay, yeah. That's the one with Sexy MF on it.
I don't know.
Are you talking about the one with
No, it is called. Let's listen.
Does it have the N-word in the title? Because it was an actual MPG album.
It was an MPG album. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I know. Gold N-word. That one.
Yes. Is that it?
That was the MPG. That's when I remember with MPG on it. It was.
No, there's a okay. Anyway, I think it's called New Power Generation or New Power Soul. Anyway, it's like a 19. Yeah, New Power Generation is New Power Soul. That's it.
Yeah, I remember that one.
That is a good freaking album.
But see, a lot of people don't remember that because it came
out
in the 90s, in the late 90s.
Between that where you wasn't. But bro, I was just listening to that in its entirety, and I was amazed at how good it was.
Jacinto agrees with me. I think Prince was so creative that he would have used AI to his advantage to produce his album. I do too. I think so too. It would have been really interesting to see.
And then plus he did stuff by himself in the studio, and I think he would have found a way to definitely use AI to help him with production.
Oh, I think so. I like that, what you just said about the production aspect, because he was always, if you watch some of these videos about how his work ethic and how he went about doing things, he would have definitely found a way to use AI to cut down the time and be more efficient, because he was all about that when he was working.
Oh, absolutely. And people don't realize, I mean, most of his stuff, man, he didn't perfect it.
He didn't want to perfect it.
Yeah, he would do it and release it.
The feeling, he wanted the feeling more than he wanted the perfection.
Yeah.
Which I totally love about that. I mean, that's why a lot of times he would play something, he could never play the same thing twice.
It's amazing.
You listen to how many different renditions of Purple Rain he does then live. They are all different. He would never try to do a note for note rendition. He just went with the feeling, what he was feeling like at that time, I guess.
That's true. My dude, man. That's my dude.
By the way, we might have to do a special show next week, because 8th anniversary.
Is it that time?
9th anniversary. April 21st.
9th anniversary. I can't believe it's been 9 years.
And I was seeing one of those Prince, I don't know if it was the official Prince site on Facebook. They were saying that the first week of May will be the 40th anniversary of the release of Raspberry Beret. 40 years.
40 years.
That is crazy.
Damn, I'm old.
You certainly are.
40 years. Still jams like yesterday.
So that means 45 years since Dirty Mind.
Really?
That was 1980.
And that's when I discovered Prince.
Yeah, I always said I
heard the first 2 singles. 3 singles.
No, I heard I Want to Be Your Lover before. That was 7.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've heard those singles.
Yeah. I don't remember
bought an album.
I don't remember hearing Soft and Wet on the radio.
You don't?
Not on the radio, no.
Oh man, yeah, I definitely remember that.
See, I was in Delaware.
Yeah, I remember that. I think that is true. I never really realized the proximity of Columbus, Ohio to Minneapolis gave us a little bit more of the Prince.
Yeah. Matter of fact, you should check out that PBS, that new PBS documentary called something around funk. I don't know the exact name, but it's a documentary about funk music. And they talked about the Ohio part of that, the Detroit part of that, and of course the Minneapolis sound. How Prince learned about funk from listening to what was going on in the Midwest. And you had the Ohio players. It was the Ohio players. You had Roger Troutman and Zapp.
Yes.
And there's another group. They were like, oh, and then of course Funkadelic. And
that's
Detroit.
True.
Yeah. So all that was in the Midwest.
Yeah.
And of course, who is going to be listening to that time in that area? Prince.
Oh, wow. I had never put that 2 and 2 together.
Yeah.
So I remember because like every year we would have, Roger and Zapp at the state fair every year. You knew that was coming. But, that's because they were a Ohio band.
Yeah.
And
Ohio players, of course, were Ohio bands.
Ohio players, yeah, absolutely. But they were already big enough that they were doing, they had broken out. But yeah, you're right, man. We had
a young Prince was listening to all that.
Man. Yeah. And so when he did his stuff, we would get it because a lot of my people in, like in high school, junior high, we were all Prince fans. And I would tell people about certain Prince songs, deep cuts or B-sides, and they never had heard of them. I'm like, dude, that was like the biggest song in my school, but it was because I guess we were in the Midwest sound. So
yeah, you were soaking all that up. See, on the East Coast, we didn't hear no soft what on the radio. Are you kidding me?
Oh,
but I want to be your lover.
I can't even imagine that.
Yeah, I want to be your lover was the big breakthrough. Matter of fact, I didn't even know who it was, and I was, oh man, this is great. I didn't even put two and two together until I think it was Controversy. I was like, wait a minute,
that's the same guy.
And because then then I heard Dirty Mind. I didn't hear Dirty. I heard Controversy before I heard Dirty Mind.
Really?
Yeah, because think about Dirty Mind didn't sound like anything on the pop.
Oh my God.
So it wasn't later until I started getting into Prince. I was like, wait a minute, he did that too? Because all of them albums sound completely different. Everyone was unique. Like For You didn't sound anything like Prince. Prince didn't sound like anything like Dirty Mind. Dirty Mind didn't sound anything like Controversy. And then of course Controversy went into 1999. It's like, okay, now
now you're starting to get a little bit of that sound.
Yeah.
And of course, I thought Purple Rain was a departure from 99.
It was. And Raspberry and Around the World in a Day was a huge departure from 19.
Until I heard something. And what do you say? Let's say Around the World in a Day. Okay. So I was listening to Parade, and I heard a lot of Around the World in a Day on Parade.
Yeah, there was some hangover.
That influence was some of the hangover. Yeah. But yeah, you're right. If there was he was going through, man. He was pumping out.
Well, remember, that's why Around the World probably wasn't as big as it could have been, or it should have been. It's because once Purple Rain hit, everybody was expecting Purple Rain 2, basically. And Around the World a Day was like 180 degrees different from Purple Rain.
It doesn't hold up though.
Listen to it again.
The cuts do. I get it. I'm not, there's
what else is going to hold up to Purple Rain at the next thing?
I'm not honestly, I don't know, man. I'm going to say it. Parade might be better.
Well, I've always said Sign of the Times is what I think.
Oh, that's the best.
Best. But Purple Rain, because you had the movie.
Exactly. So you're in the movie mode.
Yeah. So Purple Rain was so overpowering, and so people were expecting Purple Rain 2, and then you heard Raspberry. As a matter of fact, he did know that, and that's why he went a whole other direction.
Not only did he go a whole nother direction, he quit the tour.
Yeah, he didn't care. Like
he's like, I'm done.
Yeah, I think he gets tired of playing the same thing, and Around the World in a Day was so different compared to Purple Rain.
I just watched an interview with Bobby Brown on Shay Shay. It's pretty good. It was okay. Shay Shay never, to me, does any deep dives. He's not a great interviewer, in my opinion. Yeah, not at all. So, but anyway, one of the things he was talking about is that he wanted to be a mix of Michael, Prince, Rick James, and who was the other person? I can't remember. Michael, Prince, Rick James, and somebody else. But I was like,
who the hell else is there?
I know, but I was like, dude, I was like, he nailed it.
What, Marvin Gaye, Stevie Wonder, or something like that?
No, it wasn't one of those.
Who else was around?
But yeah. But at any rate, I was like, man, you nailed it. He really did nail what he was trying to do.
Wait a minute. What do you, in the terms of Prince, how did he nail Prince?
I'm saying he was trying to be a combination of all those things.
Okay.
So he was definitely the sensuality of Prince. See?
Yeah.
So, I'm just saying, he was being Bobby in that same way that Prince was being Prince in putting that kind of stuff on stage. I just thought, but he said the deal was that, and I didn't know this, he said New Edition had opened for Rick James at one point.
No, they didn't. How is that possible?
I know.
They were like 15 or something.
Dude, it's like, where were your parents? Jesus Christ, right? But he said that they opened, but he said Rick would pull him out and make him watch him on stage and learn. He's like, learn this stuff. He's like, did he know that you were going to go solo? He's like, no, I just think he saw something in me and he wanted to make sure I learned as much, and you could, and when he said that, I was like, okay, I really see the Rick James in him, It might have been Larry Blackmon because, he did the cameo thing in the first album. So that might have been the one.
Well, he did wear a codpiece, so he didn't want to be too much like him. I had no idea. He thought he was incorporating Prince into what he was doing.
I mean, like, how can you not at that time?
Me personally,
I mean,
I never saw him pick up an instrument. I never saw him pick up an instrument, so I didn't.
I'm sorry.
I can see the Michael Jackson because he could dance his behind off. I mean, that was an obvious one.
Yeah.
I can see a little Rick because he seemed to want to be a freak like Rick. I don't know who the fourth person is, but
I don't know.
I don't see the Prince in him at all. But,
No, I think he nailed it.
Nope.
I mean, come on, give me a break. Bobby Brown is one. He's a freaking legend.
Yeah, he's done some legendarily stupid shit.
Oh, dude, you have no idea. That was one of the things that he did say. He said he used to buy cars, like he'd be on tour, fly into a city, see a cool car he'd like on the street, he'd buy it off the guy right on the street.
Oh my God.
Oh, that ain't the bad part. Then he'd leave it at the airport.
What the hell?
He would drive it for the week and leave it at the airport.
Wow. That is crazy.
That's some crazy shit. He was just talking about all the money he pissed away. That's a lot of money.
Well, it seems like he's made it through, although he could he could try to push away from the buffet every now and again. I'll just leave it at that.
Leave the man alone. I mean, compared to, I'd rather be at the buffet than at the drug house. So,
well, okay,
you gotta, I give him his due.
Okay, I mean, I given those choices,
exactly.
Okay. I noticed the gym wasn't one of those choices, but
oh man, I'm not gonna talk bad about Bobby Brown. Okay? I'm gonna have people coming after you on that one. Do not talk about Bobby Brown. He's a legendary institution.
I ain't worried about that because I'm guessing I can run faster than any books you gonna send at me. Because I know the age starts with a 6 or something
like that. My God. Actually, no, he's younger than you.
I know, which is kind of hard to believe when you look at him now. But
yeah, he's 56. He said he's 56.
That's it.
Yeah. You remember they were younger than us. You remember they were kids.
Well, Johnny Gill, he's older.
Johnny was a little older.
Yeah.
But the rest of them, you remember when they came out, that Candy Girl, they were kids. We were in high school.
God, I still hear that damn song in my head.
You do?
With those little weaselly voices.
That was a massive hit.
I mean, look, that Cool It Down. I mean,
that was
Mr. Telephone Man.
We had to play that damn song at the parties.
I never liked them. The only time I really started liking them.
What? Okay, is this time the show is over?
You didn't let me finish.
Show is over.
I didn't start liking them until they got with Jammin' Lewis. And If It Isn't Love is an awesome song. I love that song.
Yeah, that whole album.
That whole album. Can You Stand the Rain and all that stuff?
That they finally transferred from the bubblegum pop crap.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they got with and once again, who did they learn from by kind of the, what do they call that? When you don't learn directly from the person, but you learn from the person who learned from the person.
Yeah.
Prince.
Of course. Well, there you go.
Yeah. Through Jammin' Lewis.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Because Bobby was on that album. He just didn't make it into the videos.
I didn't know that. I thought he had already left by now.
No, he's actually on that album.
Interesting. Did he ever did Jammin' Lewis ever produce any of his stuff when he was solo?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, Don't Be Cruel. Wasn't that a Jammin' Lewis or was that a Babyface?
I don't know.
I think that might have been a Jammin' Lewis. I'm not sure though, because
that was funny too, man. That's another thing. He didn't like that song.
What?
Yes, he's like, I'll record it, but this is not going to be a hit.
Oh my God, that was his best song for me. I know a lot of people like every little step you take.
Every step. He didn't like that either. He didn't like those two. Those are the two he singled out.
Wow.
He's like, I didn't like either one of those songs.
His two biggest songs.
All right. And he said that album is enough for him to live on every year in checks.
Really?
Isn't that crazy? So right now, the checks. Yes, he because after 35 years, he got all his rights.
Oh, wow. Okay. It's 35 years. Wow.
I think that's what his contract must have been or whatever. But yeah.
Okay. All right. So I was wrong. So is the producers credits for the Don't Be Cruel album.
The whole thing.
Babyface, L.A. Reid, some guy named Gordon Jones, Bobby Brown, some guy named Larry White, and Teddy Riley.
Yeah. You know Teddy's out there.
So I'm wondering, all right, so Don't Be Cruel was produced by L.A. and Babyface.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, My Prerogative. People love.
That's Teddy.
Yeah, because that's that New Jack. I didn't know Aaron Hall got a writing credit on that.
Wow. Okay. So now they sitting there living pretty.
Yeah, not only Aaron Hall, Gene Griffin.
Yeah, he took
Timmy Gatling. I forgot Timmy Gatling was even around. He got cut before they got big.
Okay. He was in what group?
He was one of the original members of Guy before they he got cut out before they hit it big. Yeah, Timmy Gatling.
Oh, okay. And then they brought in what's his name's brother.
Yeah, I forget that guy's name.
Yeah, who cares?
Damian Hall.
Crazy legs.
Jangalang.
No, that's what they used to call him, crazy legs.
Yeah, I remember.
Because he could dance.
Oh, I forgot. He also had Bobby Brown, that Roni song. The truth about Roni. You know that one.
Yes, exactly. Of course. I know the whole album. Everybody knows the whole album.
I mean, I know it, but like I said, Don't Be Cruel, because that beat. I love that beat just jumped off in front of you, just got all in your soul. Yeah. Oh, that was such a good song. And I could mix the hell. Me and Cinto probably did a lot of amazing mixing.
Please, song. You know what? For real, please do not put your name in the same sentence.
I'm sure Cinto would agree with me. That was a good one to mix with. Just saying.
Bro, you need to stop. I
need to get back into it. I think
no, we're okay without you.
I think the world is finally ready.
What was your name?
All right.
Oh, here we go. I can't wait. Who's your name?
He's there. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. Fellow DJ. That's right.
That's because you have not heard him.
Oh, get out of here. All right. So remember, back in the 80s, everybody did their DJ name was like their first name and their middle initial.
The fact that he has to give me a preamble is the funny thing.
All right, Melody. I don't know why you're hollering, to be quite honest with you. I don't recall saying anything amusing at all. I'm just saying, when the name Brenton C was said,
oh no.
back in the day, people knew to get their dancing stuff on.
No.
That's all I'm saying.
Not Brenton C.
That's right. In the place to be. You got to say them all together.
Oh my God. Dude, I'm getting the shirt made.
Get our girl to make some of those shirts up for us. Anyway, just saying.
Dude, that was so awesome.
I'm still not too fond of this hollering thing that Melody's talking about.
Oh, she's hollering right now. She can't even type. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Brenton C.
In the place to be. Don't forget that. Man, that was a long time ago.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Oh, that is so good. I'm waiting on the new album. You should drop music just like Will Smith did.
No, nobody want that. Nobody want that. Matter of fact, weren't we supposed to talk about that a little bit?
Oh yeah, we should have talked about it because I mean, it can't chart on any chart, bro. Not one chart. It did 800 sales in the UK. 800.
Not 800,000.
No, 800 units.
Oh my God. Wow.
But honestly, that's his fault. He should have dropped the single, did a little bit of, I mean, oh my God.
Hey, In Deep was the joint back then. That's not a DJ. That's right. That I used to get that dedicated to me quite a
lot. No,
no, but the way they clowned him in that video clip you sent me, that was hilarious. I'm sorry. And he's trying to sound like he's all hard. And we remember when he was rapping back in the day. I think
never hard.
I think I can beat Mike Tyson.
He was never hard.
Girls of the world ain't nothing but trouble. I mean, why is he trying to sound all hard now?
I don't know.
Old as hell.
That was hilarious.
They said he said something about I'm the Capricorn and I'm the Cancer or something.
Something like that. I'm a Sagittarius, but I'm a Cancer. I'm like, what?
My man was like,
or Virgo or something like that.
What are you talking about? I'm the roof. I'm the soul. I'm the floor. I'm the roof. They clowned the hell out of that guy. I'm sorry. He deserves every chuckle he gets.
Oh my God. We just need to do a listening party.
Oh shit. I'm not up for that. Like I said, my favorite Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince song of all time, and my fellow DJ probably might agree with me. It was A Touch of Jazz. You know the song where it's jazz just cutting it up and mixing, and ain't no sounds of will. That's my favorite Fresh Prince and Jazzy Jeff song. A Touch of Jazz. Listen to it, folks. You'll never hear his voice ever.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
you were wrong for that. You're a hater from way back.
And then what about not only them clowning? I should have had this little image.
The clip.
The Reddit clip of the people commenting about
you're just it's like you're just a parent, you don't understand.
They were going off. Then he said, you must know a lot of girls because they ain't nothing but trouble.
Oh my God.
The Brand New Funk was good because
Brand New Funk was dope. Yeah,
it was mostly music until he started rapping.
Dope. I like that.
And of course, like Summertime, because the music was just so good.
Yeah, you can't believe. I mean, you can't beat that. He should have just did that on a 12-inch and then released that, because we don't need to hear nothing new from Mr. Will Smith.
I mean, we don't even want to hear it. Like what was that? Getting Jiggy.
I'll listen to Jiggy.
Wild West.
No, I didn't need that. I didn't need that.
He was just a buffoon. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
You know what? I was so glad when his acting career took off, because that meant we didn't have to hear his damn rap anymore.
Oh my God.
So
anyway, are hilarious.
I've always, you know what? And the thing that still irritates me to this day about him,
yes, tell me.
The first Grammy for a rap.
Oh yeah, that was horrible. That's ridiculous.
Of all the groups to get the first
Grammy, the groups, you knew that was coming.
Not Run DMC, not Public Enemy, not Grandmaster Flash and the Furious. Him. I don't even know what song they got it for, or maybe it's for the album. I don't know. It's just a travesty of justice. So he is the floor, not the ceiling.
Oh my God.
Anyway, I'm glad we can end on a mutually agreed upon note. Stay away from the mic. What does he call himself? Big Willie or something like that?
Big Will.
Oh my God. Come on. Just stay away. Stay the hell away from the mic.
Yeah, stay away.
All right. Got any big Easter plans?
No, man. I'm not an Easter person.
You're not going to be doing no egg hunts?
No. Oh my God. I'll never forget the first time we took my daughter to an egg hunt. She didn't get any eggs. Oh, the little kids kept grabbing eggs just before she got to it. Oh, it was horrible.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
Oh, it was terrible. I mean, she was tore up. We had to have a second egg hunt at our house to calm her down. Oh, man. I'll never forget that. I will never forget that.
So she doesn't like break out into a cold sweat on Easter morning.
I don't think she remembers. But that was a bad day.
Whew, all right. Well, I'm glad that she lived through that. That was a traumatic experience.
Yes, she made it through.
All right. And we hope y'all make it through the next week. We never know.
That was fun, guys. I appreciate all of you staying out, hanging out. I enjoyed talking with you folk.
Yeah, especially like all the folks that love you and
they do.
And they say that you float and stuff like this. I mean, still don't quite understand that one. Anyway, have a great week. We will be back next Friday. I'm sure there'll be other things to talk about. We may have to do a bit of a tribute because 9 years since the greatest artist of all time.
Yeah, let's just do that. So, let's just have a Prince week.
All right, folks.
What else is new?
Yeah. Oh, wow. We just spent 30 minutes talking about them today, but you know.
Right.
All right, folks. Have a great weekend. See you next week. Take care. Stay calm and carry forward.
Peace, guys.